I've got a Samsung S24 that I'm going to replace the screen on. Our customers asked us to replace this because this one's heavily scratched like that, and we're going to put a genuine screen on there. I'm not sure how it's got so scratched, but it looks pretty beat up, doesn't it? Let's start by getting it on the heat plate when we'll get the back cover off. To start off the job, we're going to place it on the heat mat face down. I've got this heat mat set to 85 degrees centigrade, and what that's going to do, there's adhesive holding down this back cover all around these edges. Warm it up enough to soften it so that we can lift it off nice and safely. Just before I take this back cover off, one thing I always advise is if you've got the genuine adhesive, if you overlay it on top of the phone, you can see where the adhesive's thickest and where it's thinnest. The thinnest parts are the easiest places to start, and you can see this side or this bottom area is the thinnest, so we're going to start there in removing it. To get the back cover off, I'm going to place the suction cup on the bottom third of the phone, and then I'm going to add some isopropyl alcohol, 99.9% proof, and I'm going to just run a bead of it all the way around. Once I've got that, then I'm going to carefully lift up on this suction cup, and I'm hoping that we'll start to get a gap in this bottom area here. This hasn't given us the gap what I'm after straight away, so I'm just gonna help it along with the assistance of this single-sided razor blade, Dorco blade, and you can see that's gone in. That's going to continue getting bigger and bigger as I'm lifting it up. Add a little bit more isopropyl alcohol, and then at that point I can get this lot thicker pick in there, and I can begin sort of cutting away at the adhesive, working my way around. Once I've got that bottom edge cut away, I'll move on to this right hand edge, and I'm going to run it along. I always add alcohol as I go. It just helps sort of loosen things up and speed things up a little bit. I am continuing to lift on the suction cup as I work my way around. Then once I've got to the top of this right hand edge, I'm going to come back on myself and go back, 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 and then go along this left hand edge and do exactly the same thing. I've worked my way all the way along that left hand edge, and now I'm just going to lift it straight up and sort of unfold it like that, and then it comes away pretty nice. We can pull the adhesive off because we're going to replace that later, and then just chuck that in the bin. Whilst this is warm, this back cover, you can see that there's quite a lot of glue residue left over. So I'm just going to quickly whiz round that with the glue removal spindle tool. So this is just picking off all the leftover adhesive the best that we can. It's quite a handy little tool to use. The purpose of taking all this off is just to make sure that it sticks good once we put it all back together and sealing it up. Now I'm going to take this over to the workbench where we'll take it out apart a little bit further. For replacing the screen on the Samsung S24, it's a little bit different to the other S series that we've worked on other videos. For this one, we have to stick the whole OLED panel on instead of it being an in-frame repair, so that means replacing all these edges. It comes as just the OLED panel. So this started on the S23 series onwards, and it's a bit less common to get the with frame service packs, and it works out a little bit cheaper actually to get these OLED only panels. It's still a genuine Samsung part. It comes with this weird flex cable here. I guess that's for testing. I'll just discard that because we're going to fit everything to this phone. To start with, what I want to do is remove all the screws holding down this shield at the top. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the logic board from this. And the reason why I remove the logic board is because it's quite destructive removing the OLED panel. So obviously to get in there, we need to get that logic board out. And when I say destructive, I mean that you have to put the phone face down, and I just don't want to scratch the hell out of the lenses. Normally when you do these repairs, it lays face down on its front the whole time, but with these it's going to be upside down, up and down on the bench. So as a safety precaution and not to damage the cameras, I am going to put it to one side. Take it out and put it to one side, sorry. I'm a little bit distracted in my head today, I don't know what's up. So forgive me if I have a moment of silence where I just forget that I'm doing and what I'm doing. Anyway, disconnect this little flex cable just here, and that should allow you to lift up the metal shield that's holding it down. You don't have to worry too much about removing the adhesive here. If you want to, you can just go ahead. I mean, you are going to need to, so let's do this in this order. I don't normally do it in this order, but because we're down here and the camera's pointing at it, we'll remove these screws for the loudspeaker at the bottom of the phone and this plastic shield that covers up the subboard. So once we've got those screws out of the way, that means that we can lift up the shield just like that. That means you're taking all this part off together, and it's just a bit better than having to peel it off. So with that out of the way, we're going to disconnect the battery. We're going to disconnect this cable just down here because that's the display cable. And then I might as well just disconnect these two cables because, like I say, I'm going to have this phone laid on its back. So I'll get these two out of the way. I'll leave that connected there. Disconnect this small cable just here, and then I'm going to lift up the ear speaker and plastic cover. Whenever you take these off, they're always filthy, so just get a brush and give it a clean out. Look at all that lot, that's gross. Next, I'm going to disconnect the front camera, and then that should allow us now to remove the whole logic board, including the cameras. With that out of the way, let's just push that down there, and then we're going to go back on the hot plate where we're going to remove the whole front display. So I've placed the phone face down on the heat mat. I'm going to put it on here for a few minutes again. We're going to make it nice and toasty because this time we're softening the adhesive that holds on this OLED display on the front. So I'm going to push it face down like that, leave it 5 minutes, and then we're going to try and do the same as what we did on the back on this front here. So we'll see what happens. So once it's warmed up enough, I'm going to start again with the suction cup. Because this screen isn't broken, it should be relatively easy to remove. We should be able to lift it up and help it along. But just note that this adhesive is usually absolutely hard as nails. And then the ear speaker area is usually a good place to start because the adhesive is quite fine up there. I think once we've got a start on it, the rest of it should come away pretty easily. I've dropped that razor blade there. So I'm just lifting it up, and I've got the guitar pick just helping me along. You can see it's starting to lift a bit in both areas. And it's sort of just a case of very carefully lifting it, taking a bit away. And I will test this screen after, because I mean realistically it was only scratched up, so it could go for refurbishment, I guess, or maybe we'll try and refurb it in-house. I don't know. Problem is with that, sorry, I'm just continuing round and trying to concentrate at the same time, removing this, but the problem is I don't have an S24 unit enough to test with as I'm working. So if anything does go wrong, you don't really find out until you got a chance to test it, which isn't always ideal. Anyway, just carry on working my way down. There is adhesive on the actual back of the screen, but it seems to be that it's not holding us back too bad. Saying that, like I said, it doesn't really matter. The whole OLED's getting changed anyway, but it's always good practice, if we can, to keep things in the best condition we can. And I mean, even if in the future somebody might come in and they'll say, oh, I just want data off this S24 type situation, and we've got this bare screen kicking about. Anyway, it looks like it's come off. Look at that magic. So I'm just going to really be careful. I think it was just the adhesive that were holding it on there. So you can see there's adhesive there and adhesive all around these edges, and it just makes it a little bit difficult to remove. So the next thing that we need to do is remove as much of the adhesive, all of the adhesive in fact, on the back of this screen or front of the screen. If you can peel it off, obviously you just go ahead and peel it off, but you're going to get to a point where you can't, in which case you will employ, maybe you can get it all off without having to use the spindle tool. If you need the spindle tool, it's very, very handy just to even get those really stubborn bits of adhesive off. You just have to make sure that it's absolutely spotless, this. There are a lot of crust around that, that front camera area on this, and also around this ear speaker area. So I'm just going to brush as much of that dust away as I can. Then I'm going to use some, I'll get the spindle tool again, because around that front camera there is still some bits. I like to use acetone as well to clean up any leftover adhesive. I find that it just does a little bit of a better job of sort of getting rid of any adhesive rather than just sort of making it go a bit sticky and nasty. Like, that's alcohol what I'm talking about there. But obviously what you do need to be careful of is you don't want to be touching that camera with the acetone, because that can melt any plastics around the cameras. So just be aware of that and just be very careful. As I sort of carry on, I'm just having a real close look, making sure even right in the crack of the when the angle of the screen, making sure there's no dust or anything built up there, because that can just compromise it. If you've got one little bit of dust and it just leaves it a little bit proud, it can damage your screen, but mainly it's going to stop it from sticking down properly, and that's what's going to cause it to lift or let more dust in over time, and then eventually the bond is going to be broken. Let's take it over to the desk where we'll put it all back together now. This camera area is a bit tricky, where the ear speaker was just full of dust. It's just really filled it up with gunk and crap, but that seems to have sorted it out and left it pretty clean. So with the adhesive, you get one of these kits and it looks like this. You've got a few parts to it. That's sort of the main adhesive. This is the adhesive for the bottom of the screen, and then you've got one more which is for the back of the screen, or the OLED panel. When I do these, I always start with this one and I peel off the clear bit first, and then we're going to lay this down exactly where it needs to go. Usually those little tabs on the side are a good guide, but this one needs to go around the camera and along these edges, and that is in a nice place on there. Make sure it sits nice and flush all the way down. And then what we're going to do, we're going to peel off the green bit of that now. So what you need to work relatively quick at this point. Once you've peeled this off, you're obviously exposing this adhesive to the elements, and that might be dust or any moisture what's in the atmosphere. So we just need to work quickly, remove that, and then we're going to start with, sorry, not start with, we're going to carry on, and we're going to take off the white sheet of this one next. So this is the piece of adhesive what goes on the bottom, and you need to peel it off, and you should be left with it looking something like this, and then it should come off like that. And then you use you try and not drop it, and then you use this as a little guide to drop it into place. It should go in the center of here, just like that, right on the bottom. And you stick it down, and I'm just pushing it in with that. And then finally we've got one last bit of adhesive, and that sits on just here, something like this one. Peel it off, and you can see this is all nice, ready to go. Because we've done all the cleaning, we've done all the dusting, we're going to drop this straight into place, and we're going to place it down, line it all up, and just make sure that it sits flush all around the edges. And you can see that we've done a really nice job. We don't want to see any gaps. So now that that's all put back together and stuck down, we just need to very quickly put everything back together. You can see there's like gunk and stuff around those edges, what we don't want on there. So I've just used a clean room wipe with some isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just really pushing it into that angle, into that corner, to make sure that it's nice and clean. Where there's thick bits of gunk in there, I'll just clean it up a bit more. Give it a real good clean up. And then we can start putting it all back together with the logic board. Again, this time, don't get the camera in the way. Place that into place. Drop the camera where it needs to go. And then to connect the screen up, it's just this one down here. So that goes onto the back of the screen, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Plugged in. We can plug the subboard onto the bottom now, and then you've got the antenna cable as well. If you did take these off, there's a little mark on it what tells you exactly which side it goes, and then you take it up and reconnect it to the main board, just there and there. And then of course, now that we've got some power on it and everything's connected, I'm just going to turn it on. There we go. You should get the Samsung logo and it should look pretty good like that. And we'll carry on putting the rest of it together. So it's just a very simple case of putting everything back where you found it now. So I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. Put that ear speaker back into place. Make sure that you've cleaned it up before you put it in. Then we've got this little metal shield that goes on top of everything just there. And then you've got a connector to reconnect just here. For the bottom area, we've got the loudspeaker and plastic cover for the subboard that goes in. And then we've got an absolute ungodly amount of screws to reinstall. I think I'm just going to click my fingers, click, click. Did you see that? I'll go clicking. And then we'll come back when they're all screwed back in. So now that you're joining me back, we have just about got the last of these screws in. I don't know how many there were, but there were way too many. With all the screws reinstalled, it just leaves us one last little job to do, and that's to reinstall a new seal and stick the back cover on. Because we did the hard work earlier of cleaning it all up, there's very little to do with this, apart from to get your new seal out. Very similar to what we did before, and we just peel off the clear bit from the back. And then if you want to hold it with the little holding tabs, you can do. I always line up one corner first. So line up one corner, and then a long edge always helps. So I'm going down this left hand edge, making sure that it's all in place and nice and tidy. And then if you've got it all right, then it follows round and everything sits down really nice. If it doesn't sit perfectly flush, then you can use the tweezers just to get it in line and make sure that it's sat perfectly. And then you can peel off the green film. Blow a little bit of dust off the cameras. Make sure that it's all clean and fresh and looking nice. Just blow on here. And then we're going to stick this down. And that's it. We're just, that's job done. We're just going to, oh, there we go. It's turned back on. And yeah, that's how to replace the front screen on the Samsung S24. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.